Hello everybody, welcome back to Gnomes. Last time we had a decent run with the lumberjacks. I just love how quickly they get their economy going with the sawmill. Who else haven't we played as and in a while? Have we ever played as the farmers? When a gnome kills a goblin near crops and weeds spread. I think we did play them. Have we played vampires? I don't think we've played vampires. No, we haven't played vampires. So, vampires. Houses are common, standard. Spear gnomes. Roses, build cost 3, +1 cash per day. When trampled, gain health. Gain 2 each time health is lost. Okay. Where are we going to go with that? Let's go to the wasteland because we can but try. So road, increases enemy speed. Oh god. Detonates in a large radius, destroying everything and irradiating the ground. When are they going to detonate is a fantastic question. This one's regular goblins. Regular old goblins. Right, have a house. Have a spear guy. Have a couple roses at our front door. Stick those out of the range of the explosion for now. Just to see how things go. Like, do I need to get TNT and blow these bombs up? Are they going to do it themselves at the end of a round? There's a little oasis there. That's kind of adorable. Obviously, we want to keep them off of the roads. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do necessarily about those guys. As is so often the case, I have the issue of not being able to attack both lanes at once with one guy in the very early stages. These roses aren't helping. Regular goblins. Do you reckon I can attack fast enough across 2 lanes to just get it done? No, I cannot. But we're now rich. So there's that. Motorbike raider. Faster on road. Oh, gross. Right, 30 cash is quite a lot. Now, does this ever work out how I would like it to? It does not. What are these guys? Engineer goblin tent. Spawn engineers that lay roads. Get away from me, dude. How healthy are these? 4. We're doing 3. I need more damage. More damage. I mean, we have to. We just have to. I don't understand. How does TNT not detonate this? That's a huge letdown. Gnomes have more damage near trees. This is not the place for that at all. I now can't afford any more damage. Well, this is a shame. Can we hit them twice? We cannot. We are going to get wrecked. This is making 3. We're not going to die, but this road up to our front door is unideal, to say the least. And we can't stand on their roads. That's really, really gross. I think this might be throwing the towel job. Because unless we find something incredible, well, that helps. This helps too. Except I can't plant roses on their roads, so we are just completely wrecked. So watch the motorbikes fly down into the house. Good grief, dude. Alright, let's not go back there for a while unless we take... I mean, we could try... I don't understand how we get these things to blow up, because there was not very much fertile ground there, which seems like a problem. But I would like to unlock the last two guys if I could. You know? Do I just have to force the enemies into there? Or something? Oh, these basic guys are no threat. Just trying to protect my flowers. The knife guys do have a very fast attack, which is kind of something that I hadn't really internalized about them yet. Right, Goblin Riders, 1 health. We can't stand on their roads. We have to get our economy going. Oh, go team. Go team. Alright, these guys, it looks like, are about to blow up this nuclear bomb. So we'll see what the fallout from this is in a second. These guys are going to ruin my garden, and there's basically nothing I can do about it. Can't even afford a house. Right, so we now have a bunch of irradiated land. And a bunch of road. Placed crops randomly mutate. Well, then I'd like a really cheap crop, ideally. We have little in the way of swamp to work with right now. What type are you? Motorbike riders. I'm going to crush that crop, which is no fun. That motorbike sound just sounds so much louder than everything else. Can I get that to blow up, I wonder? Not really, but I can at least afford one more guy. Which right now feels important. Okay. Are these just spreading rather than growing? Or mutating? I don't know. What are these guys? Slime goblins. Gross. Slimy. The roads are unpleasant. So 3 health. 5 of them, splits into smaller slimes when killed. I dislike that. I want to get more economy going because otherwise we're never going to be able to buy much. Goblin amounts are doubled. Banish a bunch of stuff. Stand in swamps. Screw it. Let's invest in mutated flowers if we're going to be here. Alright, we might have had these two guys too close together, perhaps? Uncertain. Nobody else being forced onto... Oh. That forces you on, but also loses me my goblin, because they would be in the blast zone of this. As would that be. Now buy something cheap to stick in the way. What is this? Spreads a crop, weed, or tree. Coffee, toilet paper. Should definitely be using the free rerolls. The healing will be nice. I can spend this to blow that up. It might take out a lot of the enemies as they pass by, which would be a benefit to us for sure. We've got some peppers. I didn't even see this path down here. How did I miss that so badly? We've unlocked the Cryomancers. Makes ground into ice. Goblins can't turn on ice. Garlic, wizard gnomes, and houses. Oh, geez. Honestly, you guys can just blow that up, I guess. Does that get them all killed? No, it just gets me 4 health down. But presents an interesting space for me to grow crops, at the very least. Cacti would be great right about now. Build cost 8. Plus 1 for each unique crop or weed within a 2-tile radius. Yeah, okay. Buy that. Buy bamboo. Trust the process. Now, everything mutate. Soon, everything mutate. We don't have enough money to protect on 2 lines, which is, of course, a problem. In fact, it's a big problem because I can't, unless I stand exactly here, I can't defend both sides. Yeah, this was going to be great, but we return too slow. Will we be alright with that? I think we will. I would like to see the stuff blown up. Bally Song. Knife gnomes get faster but deal -2 damage and minimum 1. I mean, I'd be foolish not to try it, right? Then a random rare relic each day. Give me that. Give me that. Then... That's all I've got. Alright, this is getting blown up. I'm okay with this, and that one. I'm okay with that too. We have minimum 1 damage, which is good. How many enemies are you making? 5. I think we'll be fine here. Yeah, we'll be fine here. Then probably save our money to plant stuff on the newly irradiated land. Again, if I could have a beehive, I would do what I just did. Gnomes use 1 less is going to be huge for us if we can get there. Cacti would be huge, but this irradiated stuff will randomly mutate them all. But how much HP do you have? You have 1 HP. You have 1 HP. So what we can actually do is... How much do you cost? 4. We have 8. I can't do 5 and 4. God damn it. Yeah, that's not going to work out. I just need to get through this round. We actually stab really fast. So, gnomes use 1 less population. No slots. God damn. And I need economy, which I do not have. Well, this is going swimmingly. Okay. I swear they sometimes spread. Because we just planted 3, didn't we? You're not blowing this up, so we're fine. 4 damage. We're only doing 1. So we probably get 2 damage in. There's 3 guys laying roads. Return all banished items to the pool. When banished, return this to the pool. That is a really bad rare to get. I forgot entirely that Wheel of Fortune was filling up our stuff. Gnomes destroy nearby stones each day and earn 1 money for each. You don't say. Well, we don't have room for things. Gnomes have more and more cooldown. Get rid of that. That's bad for me. Yeah, we can't kill those guys. They take up a load of my irradiated land, which is no fun. But we actually have enough money to buy new guys now, which is a lot of what I've wanted. Coffee? It's cheaper than sunflowers. No, it's not. It's 3. Same. Alright, we attack fast. You know what I was waiting to do? I was waiting to buy this. Did I buy a house before buying this? Sunflowers have a 33% chance of producing an additional $1. We still have a lot of sunflowers. We got return all banished items to the port. Do we get this again? They're going to blow that up, which is going to change the pathing, which is really going to screw with me, isn't it? Alright, we'll go with this then. Okay, 14 gold. Finally buy this. So we can now have infinite gnomes for as many as we can afford. I'm hoping that our really fast attacks will be alright dealing with these slimes. Pumpkin would spread if it had room to do so. You know what? I'm going to get some more sunflowers down, just see how this goes. Oh no, this is going to go real bad. Yeah, that went real bad. Could you guys not destroy all my crops, please? Basically, no, you're going to destroy all of my crops. Oh, those guys just flew by. There is something to be done here in irradiated land, and I want to find it. I think we need to find a nice way to force guys. Gnomes arranged in adjacent pairs get the lower cooldown of the 2 gnomes. That could be huge for us with knife gnomes. Uncommon weed. Build cost 2. Spreads +1. Spreads +1 or dies each day when damaged when trampled. Buy that, and as soon as we get a great big area of irradiation, we can get that going. Is it worth getting anything else going immediately? No. Not yet. Like, I'm sure there's kind of a meta game that I'm not really understanding. If I put this... No, that doesn't force them to move. That does. But that would be in a spot where we get blown up. So we'd be spending 3 to make a load of irradiated land, basically. Am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with that. What we could also do, actually, is while that house exists, build a second guy. But I actually need these guys to get out to this, so go with that. The sacrificial house is gone. Then weeds everywhere that we can. You're making regulars, you're making regulars, which is totally fine, because we know that we can have one guy killing on each side. These spread a bit. I want to figure out a way to get, again, this guy blown up. It means spending a house to do so. I guess I can. Let's just do it this way. Alright, we get some cash. We're just going to keep growing. These guys are going to set out road. So we're just going to hit them real hard, real fast. Both hitting for 2 apiece. The crops doing what they do. Okay. I can't stand on these roads to get those blown up further back. So these are bikers. I'd like to get them onto one line. But I don't think I can, and that's going to be problematic. I guess this is my best shot. Yep, that's gone well. We're still earning some money. These do damage when trampled, so that's something. Though I would prefer the engineers not to achieve that much in laying roads out. I am just going to keep planting these guys. Alright, one guy got through. None of this is mutating, which seems like a statistical unlikelihood. Oh, it's the slime time. Well, the weeds will help with that. I need more corners, man. But I do not have them. These are weeds, so I can't... Why? I guess I was prioritizing them on... prioritizing them on irradiated land. But I can also just defend with them. Knife gnomes have more crit. I'll try and buy that. I still love the idea of the wedding ring, but right now we have cash flow problems. Got two guys do so much more work than one. None of this stuff is metamorphosing. Right, I'm really, really short on guys now, given just how many enemies are suddenly appearing this wave. They're going to blow that up, which is something. But these guys all have just a straight shot up to our front door. I mean, I don't feel confident, put it that way. I was right not to feel confident. I still believe we can do this. If we can just get things going early for, like, economy. Right, you're going to blow up, takes the house with you. We keep our guy. Let's go to 2 houses and 2 guys. And then worry about trying to do economy after the explosion. Right. Any obnoxiously cheap plants? Spreads to adjacent fertiles each day. Yes. Cost 2. Cost 8. What is that? Strong tubers. Yams can grow on regular soil. What interesting upgrades. What interesting upgrades. So. Get the yams going. We know we win this encounter. Look at all those yams. Okay. One more day, we can buy strong tubers, and then we could be off to the races. With 2 guys, we know we're okay on this encounter. And then we'll have enough money to buy strong yams. Strong tubers. And we can see where we go from here with economy, strategy, all the rest. That's good. We might as well get a couple of other yams going. There is the economy of my dreams. I didn't lock the bee's hive, which I possibly could have. Gain 1 health for everything purchased. That's going to be good in the long term. When goblins destroy things, immediately refund them. That is also going to be incredible, I think. Kill that guy really fast. I think I would like archers in a second, because it's going to be hard to shoot over all of these plants. But let's plant a yam there and go. Oh yeah, there's your economy. Gnomes use 1 less, but gain 50% less XP. That's so big. Because now we can just buy so many units. Right? Everywhere. That's going to blow up. They're laying road up to there. No, they're not. They're biker goblins, so they're not laying road. That's fine. So. Archer. Archer. That's all of our money. But after this round, things are going to go crazy. I will try and slow that down again the next chance I get. This is now all irradiated. We can plant yams. Okay. Humongous economy. Archer. Archer. Knife guy. Knife guy. Archer. Archer. Did we lock wedding band? We did not. Fine. Gain money when health is lost. Wizard gnomes. Honestly, I could be tempted by wizard gnomes. Even if just to like... Oh, not enough gold. They're real expensive. Fine. Yeah, this is our new problem. Like, being close enough to all of the things that we need for attacking, because we can't stand on any of this land. So, archer, archer, stabber, stabber. What we could do, if we absolutely had to, is get rid of strong tubers, and the yams would stop growing and we just kind of persist at this level. Forgot we could reroll. Or at least forgot I could reroll once for free. We probably just have a mutated coffee rather than the ability to buy coffee, so this isn't that worth to us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a bunch of gnomes, in just kind of the areas that I expect paths to be in the future to protect the house. Because right now, stuff can't grow where we already stood, right? So I'm not actually going to move those guys, is my intention. Everybody else we will move, obviously. And then just hope that between us, we can blow up enough stuff. Because our economy now is not the problem. Gnomes get 1 damage. Is pretty good. I can't buy this relic slot. I only have 5 gold, that'd be why. I was like, I got 76 gold. It's all the gold in the world. No, I don't. I had a mediocre archer there for a second. No, you're better there. Alright, just go. Now, every weed that gets run over, we get money back from for recycling bin. So, that's great. Pumpkins deal 2 damage when trampled. We have like 1 pumpkin out there. It's not super useful. Deals 1 damage when trampled. It's not bad, but it's not what I need. Spreads a crop, weed, or tree. Gnomes have 1 damage per nearby tree. Manure. Daisies do damage when trampled. There's got to be some really good stuff in here somewhere. And I'm trying to be choosy just because we only get so many reasonably decent cheap slots. So I'm trying not to just take everything. And we do also have the luxury of spending a lot on just re-rolling. Gnomes within a 2-tile radius get +1 damage. Stacks. That's humongous. Gnomes have better cooldown when not near other gnomes. I love that too. Chili jam. Gnomes have 1 per peppers everywhere. It's not quite percolator right now. Gnomes get +1 damage per other gnome type. That's humongous, right? There's a lot of guys that are not achieving very much over here. And the wizards are just going to stay. There's a big wide path we carve out for that. But that's good. I like that. Knife gnome. Go on that corner. Those guys are just going to hang out in that corner. Statues. Good statue. Good statue. Good statue. Now they stack, but there's only so much we can do in that regard. I kind of want to keep this guy here in just straight line in front of the house, even though they're not doing any damage right now. This one can move just because there's nothing to be grown over there. Honestly, I do wonder if yams can grow on regular soil. I think it's time for that to go. We're getting 80 gold around. That seems like plenty. We can just build a perimeter of wizard gnomes in a minute. Good. 74 gold. Archers penetrate is not bad. Gnomes deal 1 more, but use 1 more population slot. We could invest in tons of gnomes and then buy this. We get a free reroll. Deals 1 damage when trampled, spreads each day. Is not bad, but I think I do want kind of the open space of it all right now. So, with, what are these? Hot rod drivers, faster on road. I dislike this greatly. Like, this road is horrendous. Because we are no longer growing more absurd plants, we can be more strategic about where we put people. Because the space for them to exist will still be there after all of this combat. We shouldn't neglect this lower side of guys either. Also, there's 2 more coming in from the left. How did I nearly miss this? How much health do they have? 8. Well, they're going to blow that up immediately. So I think what I'm going to do is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please be okay. I think that was okay. Day 12. Is it just 1 slime goblin tent? This feels like it's not going to be a problem. But, like, how much do I bother moving stuff for this? 9 health. But it could split, like, 6 times. That's where my real fear is. And, like, we can get wizards all over the shop. Just send that, surely. I mean, let's check the shop, I suppose. Knife gnomes get 50% faster, but I don't need it. Beans make radioactive fertile. Crops and weeds deal 2 damage when trampled. We'll take that. That's good. We'll take that as well. Gnomes get 1 XP per day per foxglove anywhere. Not seen that before. Crops and weeds penetrate armor. Sure. I mean, yeah, the slimes were bigger, but not big fear bigger, you know? Right, the problem is here is getting enough damage onto all the tiles that they're moving through. We have TNT available, because that would be great. Gnomes do 1 more damage, but use 1 more population. Honestly, at this stage, I don't think we need more gnomes. I think by the time I have figured out what I'm doing with all the gnomes we have, we'll be alright. This big line of stabbers can all head on up here. That's nice. I really want the magicians to be working on this line that is really deep in the weeds and harder for the short range guys to get to. There's even more guys just hanging up here. Let's see, what do I do with these guys? That's fine. I need to get something that can convert stuff into regular soil or something. Do I want to spend money on anything? Guess we'll do that. Sombrero. Cacti gain XP from killing goblins. They deal 1 damage per level. Hilarious, but we don't have... I mean, we have a couple of cacti, but not enough to warrant buying it. What I would like to find is just another... Oh, wait. Makes ground into normal soil. Oh my god, yes. That's going to be big. Right now, it's a slime round, so I think we're okay. I hope. Wizards down here, putting the work in. Gives us actually some places to put guys, which is also nice. They're going to blow that up, which is a whole thing. Although these guys are all just coming down this pathway anyway, so seems largely okay. That's nice. Just figuring out where everyone's coming in from. No explosives that I think I need to be aware of around here at the moment. But some more wizards up at this edge I think would be very good. And then we can't buy more gnomes because of morale. And that's fine. Honestly, I'm just going to spend a small fortune ripping out some of the more problematic roads that they've installed that present a possible danger to us. All right, full send. Simple stuff, 170 gold. These guys are all not doing anything now. Okay, we just have a small slime city up here. I'm sure that won't be a problem at all. Just get 400 guys ready to stab a slime. Let's wipe out some of this on our path. Make that easier for us. Can I get rid of a plant with this stuff? Show me a plant I don't care about. I can. That's huge knowledge. That I can just rip up plants with this special stick. Is great knowledge. Honestly, if a slime gets through this, they deserve it. I mean, it's a lot of pretty big slimes, but... Okay, final round. Slime King. You can imagine how much trouble they're going to get us in. Okay. Right, we can't buy... Actually, how much is a house? A house is 3. 10, 20 houses would be 60 gold. We could buy more gnomes if we really wanted to. Owing to just the state of what's going on. Because there's a lot going on. And what I don't want to do is just miscalculate anything really important at this late a stage in the game. So that's going to blow up. That's fine. There's just a huge number of guys coming in along this lane. And we've got a good archer. Okay, so that stops that blowing up. These guys are doing okay where they are. Big long line of stabbers is probably best for where the Goblin King is coming in. Oh, if I could, I was about to say, if I could find bunk bed immediately, that would be huge. We'll buy Axe Gnome as well because that's 1 damage additional for everybody, thanks to something. Gnomes get +1 damage per other unlocked gnome type. There you go. When a gnome kills a goblin near a crop, crops and weeds spread. Honestly. Oh, it's 128 gold to get that, so that's going to be a no-go. But, +1 population from each house. So, over here. We now have room to buy just hundreds of units if we want them, basically. Would I rather archers or gnomes? I guess a row of archers like that is not bad. Get me a couple of stabbers in there. So that deals with a lot of that corner. There's this guy down here, just on his lonesome coming through. Let's slow them up. Where else do we prioritize? These guys here kind of have their own straight shot in, which is unpleasant. Let's wipe that out. Get you in there. Honestly, I wonder if it would actually just be easier to take somebody and put them there and force these guys to the right. That does work. And if we do that with a wizard, then they attack more tiles. Although we can probably find... We could just build a house there, honestly. 52. We got 4 spare goblin spaces. But any areas that are not covered. You guys are all coming in to this hellhole corridor. You guys will have decent coverage. And then you come in here. I'm gonna make sure we're good on the king's side. Alright, I think this is it. Let's go. Right, Slime King has split. And split a bunch more. We survived! It was so close. I was sure one tiny little glob of slime was getting into that front door. Right, we've unlocked portal. Random, perhaps. And weeds. Daisies, dynamite, pesticide, and seed pods. When a weed kills a goblin, it immediately spreads. That sounds like a fun time. Is that... I think we'll skip Endless here because there's just so much min-maxing going on. We don't have any forced routes. Is that everything? Chiromancers, weeds, portal. Don't know what portal is, whether it's just choose a random or whether it changes every round or something. We'll find out someday. For now, though, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.